Yo, what's going on, guys? Hope you're all enjoying your week so far. Today, I just want to talk about the Samoa versus Australia World Cup Grand Final. My thoughts on the whole, pretty much the World Cup in general, and how I thought that Samoa actually should be really, really proud of themselves for getting themselves to that position and even competing in some sort of level against Australia. So if you enjoyed this sort of video, please like and subscribe down below. I'm so sorry for not being able to make this video earlier. My wife, unfortunately, was had to be taken to hospital. So yeah, it's been a crazy week so far, but I'm happy that I can actually just make this video now. She's back at home. She's recovering. So yeah, all the best. And also thank you so much for everyone that viewed and gave me so much love on that last video. I cannot believe how much traction it actually got. It's my biggest video so far, and hopefully we can keep growing from here. So if you do enjoy this sort of stuff, like and subscribe down below. And yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. So first of all, I just want to kind of touch base on the reason why I think this is such an amazing achievement for Samoa, for especially the injury toll and the amount of people that weren't able to play for Samoa, which is actually crazy to believe. So I know in the first game, it didn't go to plan. Obviously getting destroyed by England was like so unexpected, but losing Taylor May, Hammer, players in that sort of caliber, Josh Alloway, all in that first game is really unfortunate. And then coming into that grand final, obviously having no Denny Levi because of personal reasons, Faimanu Brown, who got the concussion in the last game before that grand final. People also do forget that they had players like Joshy Schuster that played in the mid-test who played amazing. And he's lost like 10 kilos doing preseason for Manly and that, which is amazing. But imagine if Joshy Schuster was there. Obviously, Samoa was lacking in their second row spots. Both their edge back rower spots, and Joshy Schuster would have fit in perfectly there. Luciano Leilua that had off-field discretions. I kind of don't want to even touch that because I want to talk about just footy. I'm a positive sort of guy. I don't want to get into that sort of stuff. But unfortunately, Leilua wasn't able to play for Samoa in this one. And then even like you could even stretch it to say like a Payne Haas maybe could have picked him. Either way, Payne Haas could have played for Australia as well, made Australia even stronger. But if Payne Haas was able to play for Samoa, that would be crazy. No Jazzy Tavanga as well. Jazzy Tavanga would have been their perfect backup hooker as well for all those other boys to drop out. And even players like, for me, off the top of my head, like a Ronald Volkman that could have been playing in the halves. Like, I know he may not even got time, but, that's crazy. Tyrone May that got injured in the first game as well. He would have been interesting to have for their 14 role. Players like this that they all missed out coming into this grand final, and players that could actually really change this game, maybe not get the win, but could have been a lot closer of a game and really showcase that how good Samoa Rugby League has actually came within the last like how many years. The amount of years that I knew Samoa for a team that as soon as everything kind of got really, really hard and really gritty in that, they kind of fall away in the contest. Now they've actually changed everything and actually performed so well in this grand final. People say that it could have been a soft run, this and that. But if you look at, they had to beat England, they had to beat Tonga to get into this grand final. Two of like the top teams that people were holding up there with their top four predictions of the World Cup. It was Australia, New Zealand, England, Tonga, and then, Fiji, PNG, and that. Samoa, in some people's aspect, didn't even think they could get there. But there was players like Jerome Luai dragged us there. Stephen Crichton played amazing. Taylor May played amazing. The two front rollers, Junior Buller and Josh Papali'i, just amazing players there, man. Like, and Joseph Soli'i, I've never seen a man like that young, just skittle blokes like it's nothing. Like, he's amazing. So I just wanted to touch base there and just let you guys know, like, you just had one of the hardest runs through the World Cup through injury and all that sort of stuff, and you made the grand final, and you didn't even have your full strength side there. And you still scored 2 tries against Australia, who were red hot, and that was probably one of the best performances from that Australian side in the World Cup. They didn't play their best against New Zealand. They didn't play their best against like Lebanon and all that, but they dusted all those teams. Well, New Zealand was a tough game, obviously, because New Zealand's New Zealand, but a lot of other games, they just ran through the teams. But Samoa held in strong. They played really well in some aspects, and there was a couple of turning points in that game. Like, obviously, that 40-20 call didn't really go their way, but, it is what it is. Losing Chanel, who was your backup hooker in that he was your starting halfback, like, was it game 2? And you looked amazing in that game. Like, it's just crazy. So I just wanted to shout that out to you. Like, be proud of your team. All like the storylines coming in. They weren't makes to make it. They made it. They could have been better. They could have been even better to where that Joshy Schuster. Imagine that team, Joshy Schuster, Luciano Leilua on the edge. Like, that team is stacked, and they still have other players. Like, if Payne Haas will say, yeah, I'll go play for Samoa, bro, that's just crazy. Like, I think the only thing they need now is, like, obviously another halfback to put next to Jerome Luai. I thought Chanel was perfectly for that. And Milford, I rate Milford. I think Milford's a great player. He does have these off games every so often. Like, defensively, he can be on, he can be off. But I think he's a good player as well. I just think they need probably another, like, Jerome Luai sort of status of halfback at the moment. There's got to be another young bloke coming through, and I believe that's Ronald Volkman. And shout out to Volkman, my Mrs. Cousin. Hope you're all doing well, bro. Couple other things I want to touch on. Players that I thought played really well for Samoa in this grand final. We had Jerome Luai, bro, like that cutout pass to put it over the top of Latrell Mitchell that was going for the intercept. Just crazy. Amazing from him. Brian Taylor May have been amazing through this whole World Cup series. I thought Rlwc Hunt through his whole World Cup has been really, really nice as well. So the Sharkies, they're going to have to use him a little bit more now that Fafita's retired. So Rlwc Hunt's going to have a big year for the Sharkies. He looked amazing in this World Cup. Obviously, the two front rowers were just classy. Like, they were so good in this game. Junior Paulo getting over 150 meters is just amazing from him. Like, the amount of offloads those boys just gave is just crazy. They open up the game so well. Stephen Crichton is the one I want to touch on. I don't know whether, so he does play a little bit of basketball. I've seen videos of him playing basketball. He can dunk, all that sort of stuff. But these intercepts are just getting crazy. He's pretty much becoming like De'Aaron Fox from the Sacramento Kings for the, bro, just steals the ball every opportunity he can. And I've never seen a player get an interception from marker out of hooker. Like, I do see, like, Benny Hunt was trying to shape one side and come back to the other. Stephen Crichton read it like a book. Bang, tipped it up in the air, he's gone. Like, how good is he? This is like 2 or 3 games in a row he's got intercepts in big moments of the games. This one obviously wasn't the biggest moment, but it was a big moment because he kind of was bringing back Samoa into the contest in a way. And they were kind of unlucky that Australia kind of came back into it, and that outside-inside play from Cleary and Munster, who we'll talk about later, just amazing to Teddy for that try. But yeah, I just want to give all the flowers to all those Samoa boys that performed so well. Most of them all freaking Penrith Panthers boys, which is crazy. But yeah, shout out to all you guys. Be proud of yourselves. That was amazing. Like, that whole World Cup's crazy. And lastly, I want to touch on, obviously, Australia. And Australia played so well in this grand final. They really all came together finally. This was their best game that they played through the grand final. I thought Jackie Whiten's had an amazing World Cup series. I think Jackie Whiten's become one of my new, like, players to watch. I love watching him play for the Raiders. He's always there, makes big tackles, runs hard. He's a classic rugby league player, and it's just amazing to see him. He can play pretty much anywhere, I reckon, and play amazing. So probably one of the best tacklers for a 5'8" in the comp. Like, he's amazing. Valentine Holmes is just so good. Such a good winger. Addo-Carr to get the most tries, man. Like, Addo-Carr is such a stud at the moment. That center wing duo of Latrell Mitchell and Addo-Carr, man, as a Queenslander, I'm a bit worried for Origin. If you don't pick it, like, bro, I'm all good. But Latrell and Addo-Carr on that side, man, like, that's just deadly. Like, you have to double team at least one of them. Like, if you want to shut down Latrell, you just know that Addo-Carr is going to run the field. So a bit of a crazy one there. But I think it was mostly, like, I just love to see the cohesion between Cleary and Munster. Finally, all the weeks coming up to the World Cup, and they finally come together. They look cohesive. That spine of Harry Grant and Benny Hunt hooker, Isaiah Yeo at lock, and then you have Munster, Cleary, and Teddy is just freakish. Teddy is the best fullback that we have in the game right now. Obviously, Cleary is the best halfback we got in the game right now. Munster's most likely the best six. Well, he's definitely the best six we got in the game right now. And I would say Harry Grant or Benny Hunt on his day could be the best hooker in the comp if he wants to be. So that's what Samoa had to contend with. And I believe Samoa actually put up a really, really good fight in this one. As I said, a couple of things didn't really go their way in that, but it could have been a totally different game, especially if you bring in the players that we were talking about before. Maybe not win, but it could have been like a 2014 contest, that sort of stuff. So that's all I'm trying to say is just be proud that you've got there. Like, that was amazing from you. Like, just crazy. So coming into the future, it's going to be more and more big contests. Obviously, like, Polynesian Rugby League is actually getting put on the map right now. Tonga's looking amazing. Samoa's looking amazing. They're all growing even better and better. Even teams like PNG, Fiji look great. not even non-Polynesian teams. Like Lebanon looked amazing in this World Cup. People do forget that Lebanon team was freaking awesome. Even have teams like Greece, and I know they didn't play amazing in this World Cup, but they do have a couple of really talented players that we did see in this World Cup. Takomo, he looked amazing. So definitely watch out for him. France looked good. They even took England to the death in that one. England are going to get better and better. They have such a young core. They're going to get better and better. So, and New Zealand, unfortunately, you know, that one missed opportunity from Brendan Smith where he was out on his feet, let Australia back in. I'm so sorry to bring that up. If you Brendan Smith, man, that's crazy. But you guys are going to even get better and better. So the world, like, we just need more international footy. Like, the more that this gets played, the better it's going to be. The more teams we're going to see. And even in this World Cup, I know people are saying, you know, Australia's going to smash everyone else. But take Australia out of it. Like, look at from what it is. In the last World Cup, there was barely this many teams that were competing. And now we've got all these teams that are looking amazing. Like Fiji got a Kikau and Api Coruscant and Taruva, who looked freaking amazing. PNG, who got Kyle Labart, who I think is a really good half. I don't know how he's not in the NRL squad anywhere there. Lockie Lamb, and just amazing guys. I really appreciate that we had this World Cup, and hopefully we get more international footy coming in mid-season tests and stuff like that, so we can see more of these players come through. And yeah, just grow the game in general. It's just amazing to see. Before I leave, I'm gonna say thank you so much again for that last video. I can't, words can't describe how happy I am for what happened. 11K views, all the love in the comments, just amazing. So if you enjoy this sort of stuff, please do subscribe down below. I will get better and better with all my content. I do know I ramble a little bit. I'll probably say a couple of things that are wrong on that, but I'm happy to take comments and that in the comment section. It doesn't bother me at all. I've got to be better in that, but I am looking at, because, you know, there's a bit of time between preseason and that, having a bit more talking points of rugby league, but also talking about UFC. I love UFC, boxing, basketball, NFL, maybe doing a couple of videos here and there of that. I want to start live streaming. I finally got my live streaming rig up and going, so I will be looking at live streaming. Maybe this weekend I could live stream the Australia versus Tunisia game, and just talk about anything. Like, you guys can jump in the chat and just have a chat with me. I love the chat. So comment down below if you really enjoy that sort of stuff. I will start probably doing it anyway, but yeah, comment down below, hit your notification bell if you want to see them in the live streams and stuff. But thank you so much for all the support. Peace out.